whenever
the Democrats in unison voted to crush a railroad strike, which is fascism. Yes. The Democrats in unison voted for war, to saber rattle with the nuclear power, to do a proxy war in Ukraine.
They did it a trillion times better than Republicans.
They did it a trillion times better. The only people calling for the end of those wars are right-wing Republicans. At what metrics could you say that? I mean, I think nuclear war is a little worse. Unbelievable. So, like I like to describe it, is that the Democrats are the party of war. They're anti-worker. They're anti-union. They're the party of war. They're the authoritarians. They're in bed with big pharma, military-industrial complex. They're doing wars now all over the place and they're not any.
They're not the police state.
They're the police. Again, they just invented a new police department just out of nowhere, $2 billion to fund it. And they won't give you a minimum wage. They won't give you health care. They won't give you free college. They won't give you education. They won't give you infrastructure. They won't fix homelessness. But they will give $150 billion to the war machine to go to Ukraine, 100% corruption. You know that Barack Obama and Joe Biden deported twice as many Hispanics as Donald Trump? Did you know that? Did you know?
Yes.
Did you know that when Donald Trump put the ban on Muslim immigrants, refugees at the airports, it was because Barack Obama had spent 8 years bombing the shit out of people of color around the world? That's what gave us Muslim refugees? Do you not know that? You know that Barack Obama dropped more bombs than George Bush? Did you not know that George Bush the first couldn't pass NAFTA? It took a Democrat to do that, called Bill Clinton, which gave the Blue Dog Democrats cover, and they cut the legs out from underneath unions for a generation, and that a Republican couldn't do that, and that's why Bill Clinton actually wasn't the lesser of two evils. He was the worst evil. Do you think they would have let John McCain kick 1.1 million families out of their home during the Wall Street collapse of our economy? No, it took a black guy named Barack Obama to sweet talk everybody, and you thought he's not going to screw us. He's a black guy. He was the tool of Wall Street. His entire cabinet came from Citicorp. That's trillion times better than Republicans. They're way better. He was way worse for black people. Black people's wealth went down under Barack Obama. Barack Obama didn't clean out the prisons. Joe Biden is the one. He's the architect of our prison system, which is unbelievably racist, and he brags about it. These are things that Democrats do that Republicans can't do. So this idea that the Democrats are a lesser evil or way better, he's just making that up now. It just went trillion. He just went from he went from 3 years ago saying I won't vote for Joe Biden and I'm done with the Democrat to now this. Wow. This is, I don't know what it's like his politics have the substance of cotton candy, so why not have the same hairstyle? The reason why we have censorship now is because of the Democratic Party. The reason Bill Clinton took us from 50 giant media companies down to 6, controlled by a handful of billionaires. Bill Clinton gutted welfare at the same time as he exploded the prison population, hired 100,000 more cops, and deregulated Wall Street, which killed our economy, crashed it within 10 years. And who got hurt the most? Black and brown people.
Trillion times.
That's it. These are the things that Bill Clinton, the Democrats, could do that Republicans could never do. And by the way, Bill Clinton had a secret deal to privatize Social Security with the Republicans. And you know what stopped it? Was the blowjob. And you know how I know that? Because I read a book called Listen Liberal that obviously Kyle Kalinske hasn't read. And it would teach him that it would disabuse him of this silly idea that the Democratic Party is a trillion times better.
Oh my God.
He went from 3 years ago, he went, Joe Biden is beyond the pale. I'll never vote for him. To now the Democratic Party is a trillion times better. Holy shit. He's sucking some Democratic Party cock hard.
Jimmy.
They won't give us one thing they ran on. Won't give us the public option. Won't give us the minimum wage. Won't make marijuana legal. Won't clean out the prisons of people who are there for nonviolent. Won't do anything. Won't give us college. Nothing. But they're a trillion times better. They just all voted to start World War III, and Genius says they're a trillion times better. They're the exact opposite of what Democrat. This moronic idea that somehow we have this huge choice between Democrats and Republicans. The reason why they have to pretend that Donald Trump is a 20-foot tall Nazi made of armor is because you wouldn't vote for Democrats if they didn't make you think that about him. Donald Trump is a disinterested fucking game show host who didn't even want to be president in the first place, and he governed zero differently than anybody else. In fact, he was less of a warmonger than the Democrats and Joe Biden by a mile.